Chicken breast, healthy beef casserole, supreme pizza. What fascinating names. A few years ago when I started traveling, I came into contact with international cuisine and I learned and started to appreciate different type of food. Since 2012, when I was farming in New Zealand, I became more conscious of what I was introducing in my mouth. And since then, I made a few changes in my diet, such as reducing meat, wheat, and ultimately dairy. 1 year has passed, and I'm feeling great benefits in my body. Now, in this talk, I'd like you to understand how a few simple choices we make can affect the way we eat. Now, I'm going to highlight two main points. The first one, what is all the food we eat made of? With an overgrowing population, every one of us go to a supermarket where you can find all the food you want and every produce available all year round. We have fruit that are sprayed with chemicals to preserve their looks, stacked in cooling cellars and sold as fresh, probably up to 12 months later. Now, what's all behind this? Let's take a look, for example, in Australia. In the last year, Australia produced more than 500 million chicken, an increase of 110% since 1980. And only 15% of this is organic or free range. Now, do we really need to eat chicken 2, 3, 4 times a week? You might have heard about batteries where all poultry is amassed and get fed grains every day to gain size as fast as possible. How unhealthy is that? Now imagine yourself stacked with hundreds of people in a small room with no space to move and doing all your function next to each other. Eventually someone will climb up your head to survive. And if you get sick, you get sprayed with antibiotics. And that's life for these animals. Now, same things happen on animals with bigger scales, such as cows. They are punctured at birth to make their coats look healthier. If classified hormones-free, it doesn't mean they're good for you, as they carry in their meat all the toxicity from the pellets they eat. Now I'd like to ask you again, how often do you have a steak? Now my second point is, what do we put in all the food we eat to make it taste and look so delicious? From additives, preservatives. Reading a food label is not the easiest things to do. Many letters, many more unpronounceable names, and so many numbers. Many of us can't even be bothered to understand what we buying. So, in fact, many people, they're looking for fat-free produce without knowing that actually it's sugar that makes you fat. Many items that we see in the supermarket, they have bad oils added and trans fat, which can preserve them longer on the shelf. Now, let me ask you a question. When in the morning you spread that white stuff on the bread, do you do so because it tastes deliciously good, or because you see others doing it, or you just, of course, being brought up doing that? Be aware of vegetable spread, as they're high in hydrogenated fats, which increase your bad cholesterol. So if you like to spread, doing with this word in real life, and on a toast with real butter. Mother Nature has set some times rule for an animal to grow and a plant to mature. But it seems like we can't wait. We need to have it all, now. And at what price? It won't hurt any business doing the right thing. Have you noticed how many of us, many times when we go out, we say, let's go to this restaurant they make good food. But here's the point I'd like you to think about our conception of good. What's good? Is it good food because it looks good, it tastes good, or is good for you? How about having a season with all the ripe fruit deliciously, and having also natural meat coming from happy, crazy animal, or healthy egg coming from feed chooks? My message is that you are what you eat. So the consequences of an unhealthy diet are many and hidden. This is to become a choice. Sorry, a lifestyle, not a choice. It does not.